It is podcast time. Welcome to the Wacky Wrestling and Crazy YouTube podcast. And I'm here today with a special guest, one of my dearest friends, Emma, here on the podcast. I'm also here with my co-host, Weston. And we're really just going to talk about anything for the next 30 to 40 minutes on this podcast. So let's get into it. So, let's see.
Thank you for having me on this podcast.
You're welcome.
Dearest friend.
So how's life been going so far?
Oh, it's been pretty good. Weston is having a panic attack.
For people listening to this, Weston just almost walked out of the room.
This is not good.
No, for real though. What is your current favorite wrestling program going right now?
WWE.
Yeah, but what
Okay.
favorite program going on between the wrestlers right now?
Oh, okay. Probably the Women's Elimination Chamber. I like the people who are in it. And I think, is it like whoever wins faces Rhea Ripley? Is that the deal?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that wrestling, whoever wins, I think that match is going to be a banger.
Indeed. So there's speculation that your favorite wrestler, Finn Balor, is leaving WWE. Do you think it's going to happen
Yes.
at all?
Yes, he's leaving.
Why do you think that?
He gets no credit. No credit. Let's see. He's underrated. When's the last time he's at a world championship?
Against Roman Reigns, but we don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that. I mean, probably after, if he keeps the title to WrestleMania, he's probably going to lose it. And then after that, he's probably leaving.
Do you think he would be a better fit in AEW, considering you got people like Adam Copeland and Kenny Omega, even though he's out right now, the Young Bucks, people he's worked with in New Japan, obviously.
Yeah, I can see him going to AEW a little bit.
I would not have that much of a problem with it, considering, anybody that walks into AEW from WWE has my respect, and that's really it. Do you have any questions, Weston?
No.
I think he's playing Duck Life.
Of course he's playing Duck Life.
I'm not playing Duck Life, guys. Wow.
I'm telling you, this kid nonstop plays Duck Life his whole time.
Big class, but
yeah. In class, he played Duck Life.
That's great.
How many missing assignments do you have with this class?
0. Yeah, good guess that. But this podcast is going off the rails so far. Maybe I'm going to talk about my YouTube channel, because the podcast is sort of about me.
Like, what's going to go on that?
So, you guys are probably wondering, why so many breaks in between uploads? Because I'm very drained sometimes, and I don't progressively upload as much if there's not something that's actually going on. So, like, Pro Wrestling Crates, those went bi-monthly. So now every other month is really when I get those. And then Ultimate Wrestling Clusterfuck videos, which are funny as hell. Go watch the series. Those I like to make once in a while. And then really other videos, they just come out whenever. So if you guys do have recommendations, tell me what I should upload to the YouTube channel, because sometimes I do not know what to upload. And also, WWE 2K24 is coming out, so that's going to be another hot topic coming into the YouTube channel if I do not create a gaming channel.
Are you pre-ordering it?
Yes. Cody Rhodes. The masked Cody Rhodes, and then you got Dusty Rhodes, you got Superstar Billy Graham for the pre-order. I'm excited.
Have you seen the Fiend's trailer?
Yes.
Yeah, the Fiend is going to be in the game.
I hope they dedicate some of the stuff to this game to Bray Wyatt. Man, I remember the first time watching wrestling, seeing Bray Wyatt. His character, he was with Broken Matt Hardy, obviously, and it was the leader of worlds. That was one of my favorite characters he ever did. Before he went, obviously, to the Fiend, because they didn't have any really characters for him to do. And then he came up with the Fiend, Firefly Funhouse with match with John Cena, all that stuff. And it's sad that we lost a probably legend this past year. And he could have done so much more for wrestling. And I feel like that this past year for Bray Wyatt was not the greatest year.
I would agree.
His friend passed away a couple of years before, Brody Lee, which was another sad passing in the wrestling. And then also, he just Vince McMahon just fires him out of nowhere, and then he has to come back and deal without Vince McMahon, which was nice. But then, obviously, never getting that much time to do his story. Really love the LA Knight stuff, though.
Oh,
that was really good.
That was fire.
And then that was the last competitor he ever got to face. So very, very sad, but hopefully we see more stuff from WWE about Bray Wyatt.
Hall of Famer this year.
Maybe not Hall of Famer. I feel like he won't be a Hall of Famer, but he might get something based around him for the Hall of Fame this year. But other news, Naomi coming back to WWE. So we're going off here. It's some of the stuff happened like a month ago, obviously, but I haven't made a podcast in a while. Naomi came back, / Trinity. She signed with SmackDown, and there's a lot of people signing with SmackDown, my favorite show, preferably over Raw. Reason being because Raw has kind of got my favorite wrestlers on it, but it's not that great. But SmackDown, you got The Rock. We hate The Rock, all right? The Rock sucks. Cody Rhodes is one of my top 10 favorite wrestlers right now, including LA Knight. Seth freaking Rollins, my actual favorite wrestler. But really, The Rock was a favorite of mine until now. And I feel like that's been everybody's. So, to my guest, what is your opinion on The Rock right now?
I don't like his character. I don't like how he's siding with the bloodline and doing all this crap, blah, blah, blah. And saying that he should be facing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, blah, and all that. I think it should have been Cody and Roman from the start, which we're going to get. But, you know what?
Well, maybe. WWE's kind of painting it in a different light sometimes. They're like, oh, we're going to do a tag team. We're doing a tag team match. So we're going to do a tag team match with Roman Roman and The Rock as a tag team with Seth and Cody, I don't think people want that as much. I don't really want that, considering Cody, Seth have their own roads to WrestleMania. Right. So we're gonna do a segment where I say a wrestler, you say yeah or nah nah, as quoted by LA Knight. So we're gonna start off with Roman Reigns,
Nah.
Seth Rollins,
Yeah.
Dominic Mysterio,
Nah.
Rhea Ripley,
Yeah.
Mercedes Moné / Sasha.
Yeah.
No, what's the next one? Santos Escobar.
Nah.
Yeah. Carlito.
Yeah.
John Cena.
Yeah.
Solo Sikoa.
Nah.
This one. Should we go 90s? Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
What's it? John Moxley / Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
And the final one, Hulk Hogan.
Nah.
Actually, one more. LA Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next.
Weston, you got something to say?
No, I have no clue what. I won't.
He doesn't watch.
wrestling.
He doesn't watch wrestling.
Alright.
We got the one friend that doesn't watch wrestling on this.
Let's make it like school wise. That's some
Alright.
drama.
Now we're gonna move on to drama, I guess, because this podcast can't get any work, you know.
Get back here.
So we're gonna talk about our old pal Evan. All right.
Boo.
Wow. Okay.
Weston can put some input into this segment because
That.
he knows. So, Evan and Emma were in a relationship. What was this?
A month ago.
Months ago.
We broke up a month ago.
A month ago, right? So,
Long.
It lasted 2 months, and we broke up a month ago.
what was he like? That's the first question I'm just gonna ask.
Like this.
He was very he wasn't sensitive, but he was kind of like protective or not. But like he really didn't care for it. It's kind of like yeah.
Seeing it play out, it looked like he really didn't care that much. I could see that playing out, and I think
Those two,
Yeah,
you two.
He really just wanted to act sort of cool. He's like, "Yeah, I got a girlfriend now." Bam.
I'm sure, and I got a girlfriend.
And then that worked.
Yeah, that's his character. Short. That's about it. Another question. Let me think. What would be another good question here?
We chuck apples at him every day, so sometimes oranges.
Yeah.
Especially on Friday when I got on his jacket. Oh my god. And like I saw him leaving at the end of the day. There were still oranges like all over his jacket. I thought that was funny.
But me and Evan were never really friends for a while, I think. I never understood the kid that much back in 7th grade when I saw him in Mr. Tibbetts' class. I didn't really understand him that much. Then once it came to maybe late 8th grade, now into high school, I don't know.
I feel like
He's
I've
kind of a chill
known
guy.
him the most.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, Weston has.
And he always acts like he's one of the best at whatever he does.
He's not.
He's not better than you, and he knows it. And then we got his other pal, Riker.
We call him Donald Trump because he looks like Donald Trump.
Yeah. I just don't like him. Alright, let's just be honest here. And he's probably going to be a guest on this podcast, and he can listen to this podcast all he wants, but shooting right now, I do not like the kid that much. Very annoying, very wanting, very needy. Don't really like him. You know?
He's always
That is
he is always in everyone's business. He's like, what's going on? What's going on?
that yeah.
It's
That is pretty much him. But yeah, he does need to maybe get his grades up a little bit.
The grades.
But I know people have worse grades, so.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
And then, what about our other friends? Dominic? Really like the guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
I honestly like the guy. I put over most of my friends over a Riker, because Riker, shit, man. All right, let's be honest right here. If you do listen to this, look me in the eyes right now. Look me in the eyes right now.
No.
Look me in the eyes right now. And tell me, what's your deal? Alright? What's your deal? Why are you here? Alright? Because I don't even know where this kid came from. I think it was 5th grade.
I know exactly where it came from. I know.
5th freaking grade.
I don't know why, but I know all about. I know more
This
about.
kid was in our 5th grade class, and he was the most needy of attention person I've ever met in my entire life.
I feel like I am.
I think I was like the original Riker back in elementary school. You know? Not as annoying, but like some aspects.
Yeah.
So I can kind of relate to him, but not really. Annoyingness?
So, like, I'm not gonna go into that. Go into me and his friendship because that is.
Friendship.
Air quotes.
That's bad. No, not going into it.
This kid lives in my neighborhood.
Move.
He's probably stalking you at your window. He's got those binoculars. He's got those big ass binoculars. He's probably looking at every. When you leave, he's probably unlocking the door somehow, walking in your house. You know, eating your food. I don't know. But I would hate to be neighbors with Riker.
Oh, no.
We're absolutely freaking destroying this kid on. I'm sorry. This is not. I'm anti-bullying, but when it comes to this, when a person that annoys the crap out of you at least a good one time a day, you're gonna have some stuff to say.
It gets annoying, yeah.
Oh my, he was in our.
And I can tell you that it's not just us.
There's tons.
Everyone in his groups that work with him. He doesn't work hard enough, and he just kind of doesn't do his work and just try and uses free passes to get everything done. He used 3 homework passes for science.
Oh my
Already.
3.
I haven't even
He used
used
all of them. I don't know how he's that.
Hi, Brendan.
That's my old co-host. Does he want to come in? I don't know.
Oh, he's staying back.
No, they don't want to come in. This podcast, for people that don't know what's going on, literally, we're on the other side of a window with my old co-host, Brendan, and many podcasts I used to do. We actually had a podcast together, unreleased to the public, and he used to rant, and I think I want to rant from him. You know, I want to rant from Brendan because he has the best rants. He ranted about Super Mario. What was this?
I
don't remember the Mario game, but it was about a Mario game, and it was the most hilarious thing. And then he did it again. I wish that would have came out, but it never did. But it would have been a hell of a podcast if it did, because was he on fire? Let's go to the teachers section of this podcast. I'm gonna shoot hard on a couple of these.
I'm
gonna shoot.
that would be an understatement.
He's
That's
not
so bad.
He might not know what the word shoot is in pro wrestling terms, but I'm gonna shoot. This is real life here. Opinions. Any of you want to fill in for Miss Owen before I start shooting here?
She was the most annoying, especially I had her second hour.
Thank God I have your sixth hour.
So you think you had it bad? She just got worse during the day.
Oh, I had Kylie Harrison in my class. Oh, that shit was funny.
I don't know what to say. She posts a picture of us without our consent. I don't think she posts a picture of us without our consent. She bitches at people that have their phones out. Like, who cares? It's a phone. Everybody has one. You have one. I bet you look at your phone every once in a while during class.
That's a lie.
She probably does. She took a picture with her phone, so that's going on your phone during class. Can't do that.
That's like before class and stuff. Like,
no, that was not before class. And it was posted to Twitter. It was posted to Twitter. Did you have my consent? I don't think so. No.
Now let's not go into that because
I can sue you. I can sue you for all.
Let's not go into that. Let's not go too far. Let's not go that far.
All right, I'll stop it there. But
oh yeah,
she's sort of a, female dog, if you know what I'm saying. I know this podcast is explicit, but there's not much swearing I can do right now. Next, let's go into Mr. Tibbetts, my favorite teacher. All right.
So he was. Maybe you should go into it a little bit. I've heard some.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a pedo, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah. Not very good stuff coming about him, but that's just rumors.
Yeah, I don't know.
I heard it from the class above us, and that's about it.
I heard it decently but in my class wasn't like that, but I don't know.
And he was my homeroom teacher.
Oh.
Okay, so
even freaking worse.
Yeah.
I always get the bad end of the stick with the freaking homeroom teachers, because then I had Miss Ait, then I had Mr. Tibbetts, then I had Miss Garrett's for the last year.
Oh.
What the hell?
So all three of mine are.
And then Henry Ferguson was in the Garrett's homeroom too.
So I just had like a worse homeroom every single year than you, and now I finally have a good homeroom.
And mine's not too bad.
I had Mr. Net.
That's a good
That's good
He
one.
was not good.
He's
not good.
He's good.
No, he was fine some days, but when it was distance learning and I was on my computer and you wake up a minute late, you're late, or you don't have your camera on early in the morning, you're eating breakfast, make sure to turn your camera on. Like, come on.
It's 7:30 in the morning. I don't want to do that crap. No, thank you.
I remember. This is 6th grade. I have English class.
Teacher.
I'm done.
Miss? No. I'm literally like, oh shit. Alright, so I think I am listening to her. I literally go into the bed. I start sleeping. Alright, I sleep. And till the class ends, she's like silent, and then I click off. I think I have my camera off too. I click off, and luckily I got off the call before my next class, like a good 5 minutes before my next class.
No, it had to be
maybe
later.
like 3
Because
3 minutes.
we had like 4 minutes to get from one to another.
It's probably like 3 to 2 minutes.
Like half of them were hacked and got changed and put down and stuff. So it was some of the dumbest stuff ever. And
but I can't believe I slept through 1 class, almost 2 classes. Would have been bad, but that was a crazy year.
So I had English right before lunch, or right after lunch, and every time you have to keep your camera on. Have to. I'm making food, and it doesn't get done in time. I'm eating that with my camera off. I'm cooking.
Yeah, this is
with the camera on.
These teachers are like, "Oh, how about you do a mukbang right in front of us on camera?" No. All right, we're not doing that.
No.
So I had Miss Anderson right after lunch. Her rule was like no eating in class. I had this one kid in class who would eat every single goddamn day, and she would go hand on this kid. I don't remember the name.
But I'm gonna do one thing.
We're back at it again, folks.
He just walked out.
Weston walked out of the podcast. This is going off the rails, of course. But I guess now that Weston's kind of gone, we can talk more about wrestling.
Stop staring at his Addison.
What the hell? What the hell? Why are you scared? Yeah.
It's staring at us. Like, mind your business. She doesn't know how to mind her business. Oh my god.
But, so, what's a dream match for you in wrestling?
Dream match. The Demon versus the Fiend. We're not gonna get it.
Yeah. Me? Seth freaking Rollins? No, a dream match? If we're going in the terms of, like, if both of them were in their prime, Macho Man, Seth freaking Rollins.
I'm back now. Okay. I just had checked if they can hear us. They cannot, but their door's open.
Oh, I'm probably being too loud.
They don't. They know.
But
I know. It's
I don't know. I can barely hear you when I walk out there, so it's.
Another really good dream match would be like CM Punk versus Stone Cold, which has probably been on everybody's list for a while. Which might be happening.
What is she doing? She's taking photos of kids and sending. Oh my god, that kid doesn't. She will take photos.
All right, kids. Let me teach you a lesson. All right, you can't be a creep. All right, you can't take pictures of people. All right, without their consent. All right, like my phone. That's creepy behavior. That's gonna get you locked up in jail. That's pedophilia. All right, you can't be taking pictures of children. Now they learned a life lesson.
I gotta tell you something. So.
And you can't be watching it either. Too.
That is true. Okay, but. You can, like, if I were to take a picture right now and you didn't give me your consent, I could get in trouble because it's in public.
Honestly, true.
Okay, yeah.
But
I have somebody up because something happened before. Not with me, but of someone else.
Did someone take a photo without their consent?
I have.
Oh, same.
Yeah, you did that to me.
What?
And you've done it to him.
Wow, he's taking pictures. Podcast. You better give me that photo too.
Yeah, I want that photo too.
I'm gonna autograph that photo. Dude, we got props here.
I don't think we're supposed to be playing with those bullets.
I know, well, they're just...
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
Put it back.
They're kind of just laying around here.
Big ass feature head right here.
Damn.
Did he
send that?
Yes, he sent that to me.
Who took that picture? Take that picture. He's still taking pictures.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
I'm guessing it was his dad.
He's deleting it. He's deleting
He doesn't even have a dad.
It's working. It's not working. Go back to it.
Soren is failing it right now.
No, for real. He sent that to me. I just died of laughing, and I ended up posting on my story.
Like,
Okay, when did he send you that time?
November.
Shoot, brother, I would.
Either November or
I think we've
October.
gotten the worst pictures of Evan. Because he
I do
doesn't.
not have a bad picture.
He doesn't.
You want me to send this to
He
you?
doesn't to
No,
himself.
if I could take, if I took some pictures, it would be bad. Jeez.
Alright. But
This is like the second to last day of school.
Oh, there's some
What
bad
year?
pictures.
Last year.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you like this guy? Bet you don't. Are you a Romo Ranger? Just tell me. Because that's the new name for him and his fans. His legions of fans, the Romo Rangers.
I don't even.
Across the world.
Last time I watched WWE.
That's NFL.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
That's Tony Romo.
I know. But last time I watched WWE was about never. Okay.
Wait, what's
I
that?
never watched it.
The day that you sent Electric Steven. That's funny.
What are they coming from? Oh, yeah. They record. No, I'm not a Dallas Cowboy fan, guys. Jeez.
No,
Clearly.
Dallas Cowboys aren't that great. I don't think it's Dak Prescott right now.
Oh,
In the
that's
situation of him and Jerry Jones.
that's a.
Funny.
Here it is.
Who did this?
You.
I didn't do that. That was him.
Obvious. It was obvious. It was obviously him.
Does it to himself?
Can you hold this house so I can see the lines? How long do you think that is?
At least
10 feet?
Yeah.
No, a little under 8.
Yeah, 11 feet 8.
Don't exactly know how long it is.
Oh my god. I showed you that.
So let's go into that.
I want to.
Let's go into that next time, but not right now. We're going to that
Photo next time.
and about that.
Evan does it to himself, though.
Yeah,
It's not even us. He just
him and Raker.
So these last
Evan-
10
Evan Riker?
minutes
Do you know-
have been horrible.
Do you know what
These last
they-
10
no.
minutes have been horrible.
Do you know what they both are? I got my own soundboard. So now we can pitch into things. This makes the podcast way funnier.
Yes. Okay. Super Bowl contenders for next year.
I just used the soundboard way too many times there.
Okay. Super Bowl contenders for next year. AFC.
I just say Chiefs, obviously.
Real hope not, but okay.
And who's a good NFL or good NFC?
Well, okay. So
It's not the 49ers. I hope that never happens again.
So really, there definitely could be 49ers, but Lions, Packers, both of them. I really don't want to say this, but Cowboys, I guess.
Knee slapper.
Oh my god, the soundboard.
Okay, so me saying Packers, Lions hurts a lot.
Probably Chiefs Lions. That's my bet.
That's gonna be sad.
Chiefs and the Lions would be.
We're gonna see the Lions in the Super Bowl before we see the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm a Vikings fan. They have.
We can
fucking
do it
failed
if we are
every time.
if we do something smart. Right now, we are probably
We
the
got Kirk.
dumbest team ever.
2 years. Sign Kirk to a 2-year contract. Give the people what they want. Give Justin Jefferson what he wants. Give the fans, well, certain fans, what they want. Because at this point, we don't really have a choice. It's either we sign Kirk to a 2-year deal, down the line get a new quarterback. Then you can go
idea, but
do that, but you know.
Remember?
I think get Kirk Cousins, draft a QB. Let him sit behind Kirk Cousins for a year or two.
Like an Aaron Rodgers situation.
Because how many times do we have to learn Aaron Rodgers sat behind Favre. Love
sat behind Rodgers. Yeah.
How are we gonna wait another 20 years to find out that they've got another guy and he can fit the spot, or can we do something and other people do something? Like, people gotta do that, and just no one's thinking of that.
Yeah, I don't think Kevin O'Connell was shaped out for the spotlight, because I think he was an offensive coordinator before he came here, so I don't think he was initially ready to be a coach.
This year would have been great if players didn't get hurt.
Yeah, if Justin Jefferson didn't get injured, and then Kirk didn't get signed. I think everybody craps on Kirk, but look at what his record was for the games he did get to play compared to Joshua Dobbs, what's his name?
Nick Mullins.
Yeah, Nick Mullins, and then Jaren Hall. Look at all those quarterbacks compared to Kirk. He had a longer streak of winning than they did.
Yeah, Dobbs had
a good couple wins, but then.
But the only reason why he had a good couple wins is because no one knows how to play against him because he hasn't played. And once people figure it out, you're just done for. They know.
Dobbs was so overhyped. I think now that I look back on it, he was pretty overhyped as a player.
Can we talk about that deal that Meyer made? I don't know if you heard it, but Mr. Meyer said that if the Vikings ever get to a Super Bowl, he will shave his head.
What? Oh, all right, we gotta have the Vikings.
When the Vikings make it to the Super Bowl, I'm coming back here.
And I'm shaving his head for him.
I will not track him down, but I will try to find him.
If he works here still.
Yeah.
He'll probably be at the Super Bowl to shave head. Yeah. Opinions on Jordan Addison.
Jordan Addison, really like him. Needs to bulk up a little more. Really, I think he could be like a Justin Jefferson type player if he bulks up. Now, if he doesn't, he's like a peewee football player.
He's gonna be like Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill a little bit slower, maybe more like Jalen Waddle.
Because he's not that great right now. But he's like a peewee football player playing in the NFL.
Yeah, so he was able to take over Justin Jefferson and do good. I don't know too many second starters can do that. Second string can do any of that.
Yeah, and then Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen.
It was time to get rid of him. Too much money.
Should have retired here. He's probably going to come back here soon.
He will not.
He will. I know what Adam Thielen's going to do. He's probably not going to retire with a team. He's going to retire with the Vikings. So
no.
Yeah, he's going to join the Vikings.
He will not because we will not pay him.
Well, we won't pay him, but he will retire with us.
He is the best.
Yeah,
100% the best undrafted wide receiver out of Minnesota. He's from Minnesota. I don't know what
he was pretty good, but
he went undrafted, and just look at what he did. He better than some first round picks.
Well,
so
we probably got one more topic to talk about here.
Who's it?
And it's kind of going to just be a lightning of things we'll talk about. So it's just going to be spitball. So it's not going to go corresponding to anything. It's just going to go lightning round. So we'll start off. We'll end with wrestling at the end. Relationships that any of us have been in the last, what is it?
2 years. Like
Yeah.
Other than Evan,
Me and Bracken were in a relationship like 3 months. I broke
longer
up.
than Evan.
That's a longer. Taller than Evan.
It ended because he kept asking me for private stuff, nudes.
No.
That's what I would expect from Bracken.
Yeah.
Pedophile. When he grows up. I have an alright dating history here. I got this ex. Same thing with Brecken. Just anytime she'll switch the topic, I'll be like something. She'll literally say, "Oh, send me your." No.
No.
Why are you switching the conversation first of all, and then asking like, no, I'm not gonna do that because this is how I feel whenever that is.
I'm in danger.
Like, you never know what's gonna happen, so
that's how I feel whenever they ask me that. I gotta play it again.
I'm in danger.
That one was my favorite button to add on this. I'm in danger. We also got the Mr. Tibbetts is a pedophile. Miss Owen's a bitch. Miss Hazelton is the worst math teacher of all time.
Let me think. I might. No. Yeah.
My ex. I don't know.
Evan Short.
Evan Short. Riker's dumb. Oh my god.
Wait, which button is it? Evan and Riker are dating.
That's crazy. The fact that I'm gonna have both of these guys probably on this podcast. And then we got finally.
The crazy part is that you're gonna have both of them.
I'm in danger.
I still gotta be in here though.
Alright, last things.
What?
Are you ready for WrestleMania?
Yes.
What is going to be your favorite match on that card so far?
Whoever Rhea Ripley faces.
I'm intrigued by whatever Seth does, or even LA Knight. I feel like LA Knight's going to be good. So, thank you guys for listening to this podcast. We kind of just rambled on. Actually, maybe we could do a part 2 of this podcast. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't know.
These two have been wonderful guests / co-hosts here. But thank you for listening. And if you're not done with that, I got 3 words for you. Legend, wait for it, dare it.